I was able to get the right stuff we needed to fix the wire. I was able to find a couple extra screws for that cover, which is good. Nobody watching yet. Right now I'm just getting out the stuff I need to fix the wiring. Never really done too much wiring, but I think I know how to do it. Well, no, I'll just keep it in here. Let's see what I need in here. So let's top right on it. Yep. There. If I can't see your comments, I have the camera up a bit higher than normal, and I'm closer to the ground. So I'll get up and down every now and then and check. I might get the blower off the table to fix the wires. Check my comments. Nobody watching. Okay. Oh, there's Grace. Okay, I got this cord over here. Get that heating up. One person watching. Hold on, I'm gonna be back. I gotta go inside real quick. I didn't get the connectors, but I can get those real quick.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching right now, so it's I can't get it. Well, it just started, so.
these are uninsulated. They don't have any of the color insulation. Those are butt connectors.
Okay.
Butt wires. So you strip the wire about the same length as the end to that notch.
Okay.
And then crimp those. But first put some shrink tape over the top of one wire so you don't forget to put it on there. Put 2 pieces of shrink tube, crimp them, and then you don't have to solder them.
Okay.
It won't matter that you don't solder. But if you want to solder them, you can. You get that hot and get the solder to get all over it. The soldering, you would take 2 pieces of wire and don't twist them up, leave them sprayed out, and then interlock all those strings and twist them, and then get the solder all over that.
Okay.
It's a little bit trickier. You might not want to do it until you might want to practice a little bit more.
What happened to these? I mean, that takes some heat to do that. Did you accidentally hold it on a wire that was live or something?
I don't know.
I have only used these a couple times.
I don't know if I did it. I don't have a clue what I would have done to get them hot. Does that make sense? Especially when you cut the ones you want.
Don't cut too short.
Yeah, you gotta leave yourself plenty of wire to have some room. Strip just a little bit. You don't want any bare wire showing out past that, if you can help it.
When you stick both wires in there,
Smash one in and then smash the other in. That holds them like this. And then you slide your shrink tube over it and heat that up.
Do I have to put these like that, or just use one?
One.
Okay.
One for each wire.
Half.
This thing here is labeled.
Yeah, non-insulated and insulated.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it? Sure. Don't forget your shrink tube. Cut it however long. Slide it on one of the wires. Then you don't have to solder.
Okay.
You're going to want to sit down and take these scrap pieces of wire and learn how to solder before you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool down. Who's watching me? Because I see there's one person. Ooh. That over there. I need it. Let me check my comments. Okay. None so far, except for Grace. Put this away. We don't need it. So, gotta get the new handle put on this, onto this blower, but the new handle doesn't come with the right wires for the kill switch. So I gotta fix the connectors and fix the connectors, which is over here. I don't need to cut that one yet. So the old one, which is the one in my left hand, you can see has those two styles, but the new one only has one of those. So I gotta cut I gotta cut that one off and put one of these on there. So I gotta grab some side cutters. Cutting wires is the funnest thing you can ever do, but yeah, it's also the scariest. I don't know why it's scary, but it is. Oh, Liam shows up. Okay. Let's see. Which, I don't know if the color matters, but we're gonna match them up anyway. So I'm gonna cut the black one. There we go. Okay. I guess it would matter connecting in this instance. Put that room back. Get enough cut off here. Because I can always trim some off, but it's always hard to add. Okay, there's that one. And now I cut the wrong one off of the new one. Which I don't want to take off as much wire. Let's see, yeah, I'm cutting off the right one. I want to take off as little wire as possible on the new one. Yep, okay. Gotta grab the correct, or the wire strippers I want to do this. I don't know if that's supposed to stick like that or not. Okay, so now I'm going to strip this wire here with these fancy strippers. I gotta find the right size. Now that is too much sticking out, which I will trim it off. I'll cut it off right about there, and if I need, that way I can trim off any extra, but then I'll have to restrip it if I need more. See, if you do some wiring, these kind of strippers here are very nice. We don't do a ton around here, but when we do, they're nice to have. Okay, now I gotta get some heat strings. Let's see, got the side cutters right here. I'll cut off about that much. I don't even need that much, but I just don't have it. Where did it go? Oh, I lost it. Well, where'd that go? Did it fall on my seat? No. Oh, I see you doing it way over here under the table. Had to move the camera out of my way. Okay, I'll turn you back now. Do a little something like that. I'll tighten that. Turn it back. To try and get this at a good angle here. Right about there seems good. Check my comments. Liam, where are you? You said you was gonna show up. Oh well. I don't give a care. Okay. Okay. I kind of want the camera down where I can see it, but then I don't know what good of an angle you're gonna get. Yeah, I got it cut right here. Wish there was a way to remove the wires out of the new handle so I don't have to try to drag the handle around, but I can't without taking the handle all apart, and they're not very nice to get put back together. Okay, strip this wire so I can even see. I can't see this too well. I'll have to bring it closer to me. Uh-oh, got the wrong gauge of wire. I think I need 18 gauge. Yep. The only thing I don't like about these strippers is you have to get the wire clear over past that little stopper, and then you gotta cut off the excess wire, because if you don't, it won't work good, or it won't work at all. So I'll trim off about that much of the wire, because I can always trim extra off. Kind of gently twist it so it doesn't come apart. I'll put the shrink tube on this part of the wire. It's a little longer. Ugh, it disappeared. Yeah, you can see pretty okay. That looks pretty much halfway through. Nope. Need to cut a little bit more of the copper off. Just a tiny bit. I'll use these strippers because they're a little easier to cut with. Just a tiny bit needs trimmed off. And try to get all the strands cut. There we go. Let's see, is there any bigger of those connectors? I wonder. I have another one around here. There we go. Couldn't find it. Let's try this other one here. Yeah, that fits on there. Terrible at wiring. Stuff that in. Let's see. Let me just check comments real quick here. Insulated. Wow, something really happened to these strippers. I can't even read. Okay. There, I'll give it one. I'll give it 2 crimps, just because I can. Make sure it's not going to come apart, which it's pretty tight. Slide that down. Yeah, I got a bit too much. Let's see, can I slide that over? Not quite. Just barely. Oh well, I'll just live with it. We'll just protect the wire. I don't like how they glued them together. 2 on the... And I'll get something to melt that with, a little lighter or something. Work just fine. Okay. Try not to burn anything else. Don't want to hold it in one spot because you could burn it. Let's see, do these go any lower? Yeah, on the lowest setting. Heat gun would probably be the best bet, but I just want to dig it out. See, that's hot. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Fixed that problem. I'll let that cool off and kind of harden. I put this lighter away. Whoops, I keep hitting the camera. I'll put the lighter and all the wiring pliers put away. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on, I'm just trying to get these pliers here figured out. I kind of just threw them in here at the last minute. Right there. I think that goes in the bucket. Go in there for now. Okay. Just checking on this wire. Yep, the pull test, it succeeded that. Okay, now, I'm just trying to figure this handle out here, how it works. So this band, I'm going to get it unscrewed here, which is kind of long. There we go. So that just goes over the handle, okay. Put that and that over there, and I'm going to change the camera angle here. Trying to get the floor cleaned off here so you can see in there better. One person watching. Oh well. That was up by the lid on right. The camera over here. raise it up just a little. Oh well, I need to go to a raise up a different section of the camera stand. There we go. So the two wires from the handle, I don't know if you can see it, go to those two wires coming out of the blower, which they just kind of sit up in there. Let's see, grab the handle. Let's see. I want to just kind of get it. This is a little bit of a tricky process here. So I wonder how this works. So the nut has to come off. That goes in there, like so. This is a little bit tricky. I'll just get I'll do the wires later. I think the first step I should get done is putting the handle on the tube so it's not just flopping around everywhere. So, the camera right about where it goes. Kind of just put that there. Now I'm going to go out to here to where you can see that. Now it goes out, and yeah, the handle will go out in here somewhere. Yeah, it goes on that strip. Can you see? Just barely out of sight. Turn it over just a little bit. Then we got the handle right here, and it goes on kind of something like that. Let's see, can I grab it from here? Yeah. Okay, just checking my camera. So it's gonna go something like that. Kind of. Do I have that? Oh no, I don't have it right. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out just how this goes. Let's see, I think I need to do something. I'm going to twist that pipe. Am I on the right side? So maybe this isn't the right handle. Let's see. Nope, I think it'll work. Maybe. It's spinning, but it won't tighten down. That's weird. Let's see how far out is that sticking. Hold on, after I get this part done, I'll get back to the other parts. But that won't, it doesn't want to fit. Huh. I don't know. No. Is that even? Yeah, that's where it threads into, is there. No comments. 30 minutes, wow. Sorry, things aren't going just quite how they should be going. I can't use the old one because that's what broke. No, it won't even. Am I doing this from the wrong side? I wonder. Okay, there it's pretty much sticking out. I don't know why. Oh well, I'll just leave the handle. Well, let's see. 2 people watching. Let's see. What are the comments saying here? Yeah, right now I can't get the handle down there. I can't get the stud to go into the handle. It's not long enough. This here is too short, so I might have to try to find a longer bolt to go through there. Well, let's see. Do I have the old one? Is it even around? Yeah, I have the old one. I could try it. Wait a minute. I might just have it on there wrong. Trying to figure out. Well, we can see that. It would go on like that, right? Yeah. So that. Oh, I think I see the problem. I just don't have it on there correct. I think it needs to go like that. Let me check. I guess it wouldn't matter. Is this band like bigger than this band? Let me check. This is a little bit weird here. You can see like that. No, they're the same size bands. So maybe I just have it on there wrong or something. I need to try to get this one broken free. See if it's any longer than the other one, which I don't know where I put it. If this stud is longer, it might work. Seems like it's longer. Hold on. This isn't going how it should. They look the same length. Do I? Let's see. Just want to be sure nobody's commented. We're pretty dry here. What do you mean? Who's pretty dry? We got rain. We got some rain here. I only see your comments. Let's see. Because shouldn't that go something? I wonder if it just has to do with. No. Let's see. Well, I forget where I put everything now. I can't remember nothing. Where did that go? I just had it. Let's see, is that any longer? It appears like it's longer. Yeah. So I might be able to get away with using the old stud, but I can't figure out where I put the new band. Or I mean the new handle. Oh. Never mind, it's hanging right down there. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna work. Good. I just needed that slightly longer stud in there. And I can readjust that later at any point. Seems like this should be, yeah, I gotta flip that around. I'll do that later off camera. That way I don't bore everybody. I probably already am. Hi, chat. Hi, Royal Rain. Royal Rain. Okay. Move this back over here. We'll lower it. Let's see, which section do I want to lower? That section's lowered. I'm gonna go ahead. Put that like that. Camera like that, and let's see. Here's the clamps. That goes through. I don't think that this is going to be long enough. But does it go? Oh man. Well, looks like we got the wrong cable, because this is not long enough. Well, or is it? Because it needs, this throttle cable is what's not long enough, because it's got to reach clear up to the carburetor, and it just, I'll show you. The cable only reaches to the bottom of the air filter base, and it's got to snake clear up. Well, could just be because I have it routed wrong, because I try it kind of like that. Okay, never mind. It's gonna work. I just had it routed wrong. So I'll get the camera swiveled around here. Let's see. Yeah, you can see. I'm not going to leave it there. Just long enough to get these wires connected. I don't know if it matters which one goes where. If it doesn't shut off, I can always just switch them around. Plug that in. That one didn't snap, but it was. There it goes in there. Let's see here. Push it up through there. Let's see. Yeah, those wires. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think they'll be okay. This is kind of a tricky job here. What if it runs backwards? I don't know if it would or not. Let's see. I'm gonna move the camera. I might put the camera up above or have it high enough to where it's hovering over me. Whoops, kind of went the wrong way. I'll show you what I mean. Kind of raise it up even more. And tilt that. Something like that. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. This is a very tight spot to work in here. Almost think I should. Yeah, I'm going to take this air filter housing off of here. Just because it's hard to get behind it. Here, I'll switch to over here. I think I'm on the carburetor screws because there's a couple other screws in here. Hold on, I'll be right there in a minute. I'm just trying to get better access in here. Let's see, do I have those loosened? Yeah. Okay. A couple of collars in there. I can't take the carburetor off just because that's what holds the cable in. These are the collars I was talking about. Get those put back in like that. Sure hope I don't have to replace this ever again because this is a bit of a tricky job. Yeah, I'll eventually get a better microphone system, but for right now, I'm just going to have to yell on the camera. There we go. Let me check the comments real quick here. Okay. Wires go. Got to try. Well, I don't know why that won't fit in there. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. Get that in like that. It's hard to do. I don't think I'm gonna hurt that cable, but I could. Let's try to get that out. I wonder if this is the wrong cable because it will not fit in there too good. I think I'm going to undo Well, maybe not. Well, I just thought of it. I can take the carburetor off and hook it on and then put the carburetor on because there's a sharp bend in the end of that cable. It is supposed to be like that, but because that's how the old one was. Yeah, that's a lot easier like that. Let's see. And then you gotta make sure that you spin this part here to the right side because one has a big hole in it for the end of that cable. It's kind of hard to explain, but now I gotta check the throttle. It's going to open up completely. I'll give it another turn. Yeah, that's completely open like that. Oh, I forgot to put the nut in there. But I don't have to take the whole thing apart. Let's see. I'll go kind of like that and I'll check again. Yeah, that's clear open. Okay. 4 people. Just screw it in a little more. Just to get this nut a couple threads to grab onto. Let's check my comments real quick here. Okay. Does that not go in the back? I keep goofing up. And that goes on the back here. No wonder it wouldn't fit on there. Okay, you can. There we go. Screw that in until it just comes out of there, like so. Trying to get that cable, and I don't have it. Oh, I got it spun around the wrong way. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna check that it's gonna travel properly. Opening up completely. And I will get this gasket in there, which it goes on like that. I will get the screws in through here. I don't know if you can see or not, but all I'm doing is just putting the carburetor back on. There we go. That was a lot easier than trying to fish that cable in there. Now I just gotta tighten up the nut, and I can adjust the cable now if I need to. Get that going. I don't know if it's cross-threaded or not. It kind of felt like it was there for a second, but it's going into plastic, so it's a little hard to spin. I'll use this. Okay. Yeah, it's just because it was in plastic. There's that snugged. And that snugged. Okay. Now the next step will be putting the cable in, routing it in the, I don't know why I can't talk. Putting the cable into the plastic frame. Let's see, I gotta tighten the right part on my stand. I'll back it up a little bit. The cable ordering, let's see, it does something like that. So how these little fancy things here work is, I don't know how they work. So the cable, or the whole thing goes in to there, and I think, yeah, okay, so that's why I couldn't figure it out, because I put the wrong screws in the wrong, or I put the screws in the wrong holes. So the hole is, can you see? Yeah, it's right there by my finger. That is where the hole is to tighten this clamp down. It goes a little something like that. Do I have that on there right? Yeah. I just gotta bend that a little bit. This is a little tricky because that clamp has tension on it. That's how it like kind of crimps that cable a little bit, so it's kind of hard to hold it. So the screw, I'm pretty sure you can see it's right there. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, I'll push it into its little grooves. And then the same down. The screwdriver there. So I'll show you where this other screw goes here if I can get my tablet out. If I can get it to focus. It is right there. I'm gonna grab the light so you can see. Right up in there. That screw right there. I need to keep that light in there so you can see. Get my tablet back here. Stand. Get this lowered. I need to adjust that. I'll lower it down a little more. There we go. Now you guys can see, but I don't know if I can get in there. Okay. There we go. Here's the other clamp. So you just basically kind of stretch it out. Gonna have to bend it a little bit to get it to fit over there. And I'll bend it back. Maybe. Move that pull rope out of your way. Okay. Then the screw goes. Yeah, this here is kind of a bad spot. I'm trying to work around the camera. Get that tightened up. Oh, I never thought it'd take an hour or two to install a cable. And tuck that in up in there. Then I will put the fuel tank back on, which I'll be able to move you to a better spot for that. Something like right about there. Okay, so we got the tank over here. We cleaned it up a little bit. Whoops, I keep hitting the camera. There's 2 screws at the bottom. There and there, that's where the tank is mounted to. Just kind of slide it in. Tank screws are over here to the left. I won't be able to get the camera up under here. I'm just going to be kind of doing it by feel, so you're not missing much of anything. Gotta try to find the hole. This is a bit tricky. Okay, I think I can see it just barely. There we go. Got it lined up, kind of. I think it's lined up anyway. Let me lift up the tank here. There we go. Now we're lined up. Down in there. This is kind of tricky. Grab the other screw and stick it in. Okay. I will use this ratchet. A bit fell out instead of the other screw. Oh well. No. Okay, I'm going to tilt this up a little bit more. Grab the screwdriver. Get up in there. There we go. Finally. Wow. It's kind of tricky seeing up in there. Ooh, some gas shot out. Oh well. I'll bring you over here. Connect the fuel lines. I'll adjust the camera just a hair here. There you go. You can see pretty good right there. Okay, I gotta figure out which one's the return. Okay, that's the return. Oh, wow, I got that on there tight. Ooh, man. I don't know what happened. Oh well, I guess I won't be getting it off tonight. There's that line. There's that line. I'll see if it'll prime. Yep. I got them hooked up good. Or correct, I mean. Okay. Hang on, I gotta pick up this phone cord before I damage it. I will go ahead and start it. Oh yeah, I gotta put the muffler on. Well, I'll start without the muffler. Why not? Be fun. Well, let's see. I hope I have a way to shut it off in case I have those hooked up wrong. The wires. Well, I guess the only way to test that I think I might have this cable a little bit out of adjustment. I'll have to mess with that later. I guess the way I could test if I have I guess I could test the spark real quick here. I'll go grab the tester so that way I know that I will be able to shut it down in a couple of seconds. I gotta grab the spark tester. I gotta remember where I put it. Oh, right here. Good. And just plug this in. Loop it around. Not the best spot for it, but you won't be able to see it because I can't move it or I'll damage it. Okay. Was not expecting that, so it looks like I do have the wires hooked up wrong. Wow, that scared me. I didn't expect it was going to start on the first pole. It's a bit loud. Okay, I gotta get the wires pulled out of here and to where I won't damage them. Man. I wonder why that won't. Okay, so I got that one unplugged. I'll just kind of twist that. There we go. Okay, so now, and this time I'll take the spark plug out so that way it doesn't try to start and scare me again. Let's see, I got this other wire here is kind of short. There we go. Does this tool fit? Yeah, gotta go grab a socket for that. It's kind of a weird size spark plug. Try 5/8. See what I get with that. Yep, 5/8. Now I gotta grab the 3/8 ratchet. Back and forth. Wow, that scared me. Plug don't look bad. It is a new plug. And I'll put this tester back real quick. So I don't have so much to do. Much to do it I guess old-fashioned way and just put the plug like that. Can't tell, are we sparking? We shouldn't be. Okay, I don't see any spark there. And click it on. Yep. Okay, I just had it hooked up backwards. Stick that back in. Okay, now it should be just about done. I am going to scrape off the carbon out of the exhaust port, which I won't show that just because I can't really get the camera in there. So I'm not going to bore you guys with that part. Do I have that kind of, got that wire kind of goofy in there. There we go. Now I can kind of push it up where it'll be safe. So now I just gotta clean out the exhaust port, put this cover back on, which is just a couple screws around it, and it should be done. Oh, and I gotta flip that handle around, but I'm not going to show that just because it's not really anything worth showing. Alright, well, that'll be the end of lives for today. I think I'll be done after that, or move on to something that I won't film. Alright, so see everybody later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Like and subscribe.